Survival on Purpose's coverage of the 2024 SHOT Show is sponsored by Hog Holsters, helping Americans wear guns, and Excess Sights, the fastest sights in any light. Hog Holsters and Excess Sights, both proudly made in the USA. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2024 SHOT Show. It wouldn't be a SHOT Show without Tops Knives. I'm here with Craig from Tops Knives. I'm going to take a look at 5 new models they've got out this year, a couple of prototypes and some that I think you can let us know what's released and what's not released. But if you're familiar with, been watching the channel, you know that Tops Knives are one of my favorite knife brands. They make really high quality stuff right here in good old USA, and just a bunch of good folks too. So, Craig, I'll let you talk about these things. We'll start with the smallest one. I thought that was pretty cool. Tell us about that sucker there.
So this one was designed by a couple of guys, I think. Tier 1 EDC Gear is who they are on Instagram. They've got a couple of other knife designs out there. There's one in particular that's it's like a fruit knife, kind of a reverse edge, hawk bill type situation going on. And we were talking to them. They had reached out to Leo. They were talking to Leo about stuff, and the drawing that they sent us at first was that, and they were looking for they were having somebody else make a folder, and then they wanted to make a fixed blade with us, and they sent a drawing of this with it, kind of almost like a hey, what do you think about this one? And we were looking at them both, and more and more Leo and I were like, let's do this one.
Yeah.
Let's do this one. And just the more we looked at it, we were like, it's so weird, but it's cool.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good. It looks like a self-defense knife to me.
Yeah, definitely a self-defense blade. What's cool about it is you kind of got the blade in front of you a little bit, make the edge a little more accessible for slashing cuts in particular. You could stab with it as well. The reverse grip's not bad at all. You got a good index point here to kind of keep an eye on where your blade is and what's happening. We're calling it the Medusa for now. It's new enough that I don't even know if we can use that name, but that's what we got going on here. 1095, black traction powder coat, black G10. They wanted kind of a blacked out version, and we went with that to begin with. And then as we're talking to them, they're like, yeah, we're thinking black on black. And we were like, okay, perfect. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
So
cool.
That's what's going on here. Just a wicked little blade. Nice point on it. Interesting little section here where there's a straight and then a curved section on that blade.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll continue fleshing that out.
Yeah, so this is a prototype. You don't have a sheet designed for this yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, so.
Not yet.
But
it'll definitely be Kydex.
Look forward to that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That would be really fun.
I'm really kind of checking out different self-defense knives now, because I think it's really good to have another option.
Yeah, at least have a plan, have something.
Yeah.
And get training for sure if you can.
Absolutely. So that next size up that's a Chete. That was a small version of a knife you already had, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is it's just fun.
Yeah.
We're not sure exactly what we're going to do with this, so we're kind of looking for feedback from people. Like, what do they think? What should we do this? Is this more of are people going to see this as a gimmick? Do they see it as something cool? Is it more of something we should do as like a special run? Give us ideas. Let us know what you think.
So what do you think?
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
I think a set of 6 for steak knives would be really cool.
It would. That's a good idea. I like that, actually. But yeah, basically this is a scaled down version of the full-size El Chete. We've got 3 miniature models on the table to show off. There's this one, a Frog Market Special, and El Chapo, the cleaver that we make.
Yeah.
They are real knives. They're not just small knife-looking objects. They are actually knives.
Yeah.
This one's sharp. 3/16, 1095, Cerakote finish, micarta handles. We're not changing materials or anything just to make it a gimmick. It is actually a knife. So because it's based on such a large knife, it's clearly forward heavy, but cool little guy.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. We're having a lot of fun with those so far.
He told me to pick out 5 I wanted to look at, and this was one of them, because you know me, I think stuff like this is cool. I think that would be very well aerodynamically balanced.
Nice, yes.
And then we got 2. Maybe this is the next size up. I don't know. This one's got more of a, in my opinion, like a traditional outdoor style knife blade look. Kind of buoy-ish.
very much so. Kind of old. It almost looks like an old school knife.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one that Leo has had. So Leo, a lot of people don't know this, but Leo has notebooks or sketch pads, kind of all over the place. He's got like this one was in a sketch pad that's in our like upstairs conference room area at the shop. He's got one. He's got a drafting table. He's got stuff at our other shop. He's got stuff at home. He's got just stuff everywhere. And whenever he gets kind of in the right mood or just whatever, gets inspired, whatever, he will stop and draw a knife. Sometimes while we're in the middle of a meeting, he'll draw a knife, and he's listening, but he's drawing a knife while he's at it. This one was just in a sketch pad, and we were looking at stuff. We were looking for something in particular, and as we were flipping through, he's like, "Oh man, I remember that one," and we were both looking at it like, "That's really cool. Like, why haven't we done that yet?" And so we're gonna do it. We're calling it the Badger Creek. The plan is to do this one out of stainless steel. We want to do something really, really like highly stain resistant. So we're thinking about doing it out of N690. So really highly stain resistant, but still makes a good knife.
Yeah.
The edge retention may not be as great as some of these other stainless steels out there, but this is going to be hard to rust.
Yeah.
And so for saltwater environments, especially coastal type areas, this kind of knife is one that you won't have to worry as much about taking care of. So that's kind of the plan. Very much kind of an old Bowie style, really high grind, so it's going to be a great slicer. Just a fun design.
So from my non-expert experience, if it's knives that have slightly less edge retention, also means they're easier to sharpen.
Typically, yeah.
That's
the case. And as far as N690 goes for stainless steels, it is easier to sharpen than a lot of others out there. You get your S35 great steel, can be difficult to sharpen, things like that. But N690 it'll sharpen up pretty quick and easy.
Yeah, it can be difficult to sharpen. Is a really nice way of saying. Take you bring your lunch, right?
If you got the right tool, it's not too bad, Handheld sharpeners
in the
on
field,
like that,
it's a little difficult. Yeah,
tough for sure.
And then so I like that one just because it's a pretty good size honking big knife. And so my hands are not huge, and it fits my hands really well. But if you had bigger hands, it would fit you too.
Yeah.
And just I like it.
Yeah,
and this one I like too.
Yeah. So this one is one that is actually an old design. So there's a guy out there. His name is Bram Frank. A lot of experience in the martial arts arena. A lot of experience with military guys. A lot of experience in that world. And this knife, it's called the Abanico. It was made years and years ago. It's a design that I think he was working with Ontario at the time. And this is a knife that he still owns the rights to. It's his design. He's been asking us for a few years if we would be interested in bringing it back. And I don't know, things just kind of fell into place. And so we are going to bring this back. Clearly styled for self-defense and or like a military type application.
Yeah.
It's got very pronounced guards, good blade, nice. There's a nice swedge on this. It can be sharpened on the top edge if necessary.
Yeah.
Good, good solid handle, kind of a pistol type grip on this. One thing that at first I thought was weird, but after talking to him, he explained why, and it makes a lot of sense. There's this little section here where the handle ends, and then there's an extra little bit before the guard starts. And at first, I was talking to him, and I was like, "Is that on purpose or is that kind of accidental?" I was like, "It seems a little weird. Why not just bring that over here?" And he was like, "No, that's on purpose. Don't do that." Basically, what it is he said that they were doing testing and they found that when people are stabbing and their hand starts to slide and they feel something, they'll kind of immediately kind of clinch back up. And so the testing that they did with this is anytime somebody would kind of lose their grip and hit that, they would clinch down again. And it's almost subconscious. You don't even really think about it. It's just you feel it slipping and you grab on tight.
Yeah.
And so that there is an extra little safety feature, if you will.
That's cool.
So cool idea. solid design. I mean, it's proven already. It's not, like I said, it's not a new design, but for us bringing this one back, we're pretty excited about
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was pretty interesting for a couple of reasons. First of all, because it's kind of got the jimping all around here, and I don't know if that's what this I can see. I don't know what that's for other than just to looks.
I do need to get some more information from Bram on that, but I believe there's a couple of other uses he had with this where that made sense.
Yeah, got a big choil here, which either in my opinion, either choil needs to be big enough to put your finger in safely, or it needs to be just small enough to sharpen. And
Agreed.
some people make the ones that are just like, I don't know, man.
Almost just decorative.
Mediums, yeah. And then is that a lanyard hole? Is it reaching for the hole there? Or is that just
more of
lightning?
an indexing for guys who like to kind of switch between a reverse or a forward.
Yeah, I got you. This is a really pointy knife.
Yes.
Pointy, stabby.
Yep.
That's good. And then this is not a debut, but I saved. You know me. We got to look at big knives. Or knife swords, as they sometimes are called.
Yes. So we're calling this one Lilith. This was designed by Jason Johnson.
Okay.
He goes by Pro Knife Thrower on Instagram.
This is the one you were telling me about. I didn't realize this was
This
okay.
is the one.
Yeah.
So big knife for him. I mean, he's out there. You know, like he just likes this kind of thing, crazy stuff, interesting stuff, large knives. He's got several other designs that he makes himself that are kind of standard size throwing knives. But he made a few prototypes of this, and when he showed it to Leo was like, you know what, it's interesting enough.
Yeah.
I want to give it a shot.
I think it's cool.
Big knife. You know, obviously got the finger ring here, just kind of helps for something so large. You never losing your grip. But the handle still tapers, which is really kind of a throwing knife.
Yeah.
That's the his entire concept with knives comes out here, where you want to be able to throw it.
Oh, that sucker will throw.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And he's definitely thrown it.
That's cool.
I've seen a lot of stuff that he does with knives like this.
Oh, he's great. He's a really great thrower for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So smart design, cool stuff. I knew that you were going to pick this one up. For some reason, I was like, you know what?
Man,
I'm not even going to tell him. And
like
he's gonna
it's balanced, like right about there, just perfectly. I kind of like that reverse deal there.
Yep.
That's I've seen a couple of other style blades like that, and they've just that weight forward helps with probably a great chopper.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
Man, this sucker will throw. I guarantee you. As what's the Doug Mercado says, it will kill. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
And this is a Lilith, and this is a prototype as well. So it's not in production yet.
Not yet. So all the ones on the table are brand new this year. We haven't debuted except for Lilith. Lilith will be probably one of our earlier releases this year. We're working on the production run now.
Oh, cool.
Very slight modifications to the handle. The hardware is going to change a little bit, things like that. But it's already kind of moving through production. So hopefully in a month or two it'll be out.
Cool. So we got from here to here 5 new blades from Tops Knives, either in production or coming to production soon.
Yep.
And I'd be interested in hearing which one you think is the coolest. Out of all these, you know which one I'm going to say is the coolest. No, I'm not going to give it away, but yeah.
Yeah, I think your audience probably knew.
Yeah. So I like big knives anyway, and a big knife that is designed by a very expert knife thrower.
Yeah.
That's 2 votes right there, and then from Tops Knives, that's the icing on the cake. Yeah. So, Craig, thanks again for taking me. I know you're busy here at the show, and thank you for watching Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2024 SHOT Show.
Thanks for tuning in to the Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2024 SHOT Show. I encourage you to check out the sponsors for this year's coverage, Hog Holsters and Excess Sights. They're both great companies making great products here in the USA, and they're both products that I carry and trust my life to every single day. Hog Holsters is the absolute best holster I've ever used. Features the UltiClip, and each one is lovingly handcrafted by John Abbott at Hog Holsters. And Hog Holster stands for Helping Americans Wear Guns, and that's exactly what they're doing. Excess Sights, again, I've been using these sights for years and years. They are the only sights I have on any of my carry pistols, And I really like them because not only are they quick to pick up, they're good in any light. They're very, very fast sights, and they're also steel sights. They are 100% made in the USA, and they're designed and made by people who shoot and know how to shoot. So the folks at XS Sights and Hog Holsters are both great people. I encourage you to check them out. And thanks again to XS Sights and Hog Holsters for sponsoring this year's coverage of the 2024 SHOT Show.